In every community across Australia, there are children and young people who need foster care. For a range of reasons, they aren't safe in their own family home, and they need stable, loving carers who are willing to take them in from anywhere between a day and several years. The demand for foster care is increasing, but already there is a critical shortage of carers. If you're watching this film, the chances are that a part of your heart yearns to help. The intention of this film is to provide you with an immersive introduction to the world of fostering, to help you make an informed choice about whether to proceed on this special journey.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Natasha.
And look, we've been fostering for probably the last 2 years.
Well, we've fostered around 10 children, and our current foster daughter is 15.
I think that we've grown into better people because of foster care. And I'm proud of us that we're able to do something good and not have to go overseas to do it or give a lot of money.
My name's Jacqueline Davis and I've been fostering for 35 years, and I have twin boys, 5-year-olds, and a 9-week-old little girl at the moment, and fostered probably nearly 100 kids over the 35 years. I've had Zach, Andrew, Jasmine, Julius. I had 4 Rebeccas, Zoe, Jessica, Matthew, Luke. I could ramble on. I think there's everyone in the alphabet.
My name is Angela, this is my husband Nick. We have 3 children of our own. They are aged 21, 18 and 15, and we have actually at the moment fostered 3 children. The oldest is 6 and we have 2 twins who are aged 17 months.
We know we're making a difference, and that's always just a great feeling that we get for doing it.
And I love it. I love it.
I'm Suzanne Nelson. I have been involved in fostering for a long time. I'm from the stolen generation, so I know what it's like to be fostered, and I know I can make a difference by fostering. One little baby I had from hospital at 3 weeks old, I bumped into his mother, who I'd never met. Many years later, 13 years later, and she called her son over and she introduced him to me, and he put his arms around my neck and he hugged me. And he said, "Thank you so much for looking after me when I was little." That's the rewards.
My name's Michaela Cronin. I'm the CEO at MacKillop Family Services. Once you've made an inquiry, you'll get a call from us. Someone will call you up and have a bit of a chat about what it is that we do. Our commitment to potential foster carers, and then when you become a foster carer, is that we will provide you with a whole range of tools, skills, knowledge that will help you deal with the kids who come into your home.
What we got told at those training sessions is really how it's worked out. Having the real foster carers come and talk was the most beneficial thing for us. I think it was really a course on building the relationship with the foster kids and understanding what they were, I guess, missing out on.
Then we had our own interviews.
They do go quite in depth in your life and your history and family.
Had to learn a little bit more about myself, which isn't always easy.
They make you think about things that you may not have thought were behind some issues emotionally for yourself.
There are a range of different types of foster care: emergency placements, respite care, short-term or long-term placements.
They called us up in the afternoon and said that we're going to have our first foster child come to stay for the weekend. And yes, I went into a bit of a panic.
Our first placement was scary because it was like being a first-time mum again.
I think I bought about 3 different kinds of peanut butter because I wasn't sure which one the child would like.
Having a 19-month-old child in the house, of course you needed to then make sure you have a cot, formula, nappies.
If they're older children, you need to make them feel that they're wanted. That's very important for older children. But with babies and that, it's just a bath, clean clothing and a cuddle. You know, you nurse for hours a little 2-year-old that's been pulling away from their parents because they need that.
When you become foster parents, it's really, really important to understand that you don't know what is really going to come through your doorway. You might have a bit of the child's history, but you don't understand a child's complete history book. And what you have to be prepared for is when you're looking after that child, is that they might start unravelling some of that history book. How are you going to react if some of that stuff that they unravel to you is very traumatising?
One of MacKillop's point of difference is that we take a therapeutic approach to foster care. I mean, a lot of the kids we work with come with a whole range of behaviours that can be very challenging. So we'll work with you to give you the skills and experience to understand the trauma that the children you will be caring for have experienced and how to deal with those things in a therapeutic way.
You can feel a lack of trust, and that can be difficult to cope with. And the important thing is that you keep control of your emotions and be a stable relationship for that young person during that time. And so you need to get your emotions out somewhere. So your relationship with your caseworker is really important in those moments. And if you have a partner, your partner.
MacKillop run a lot of events for their carers.
The support that they get from each other, as well as the support they get from the staff, is what makes it possible to get through the tough times. And being able to share the successes and the stories and talk about, you know, the wonderful moments with what really becomes a bit of your extended foster care family.
You have to be a caring person, but you also need to be a person that is able to love somebody else's child as your own and to be able to treat the children in your house all equally.
If you're considering fostering and you've got your own children, you need to talk to the children about it and what their feelings are. You have to listen to your own children first.
Most of the children in our care will have an ongoing relationship with their families, whether that's their grandmother, their parents or their siblings. And those are incredibly important relationships. Whether or not you actually meet those parents and have a relationship with them or not will depend on the needs of the child and what will suit you and your family.
The boys talk to their mum once a week and they see their mum. They're their parents, whether they've done wrong by them or not. It doesn't matter if they hurt them, they still love their parents, you know? And you can't take that away from kids. You really can't.
The link between the child and the family and their culture needs to be kept. Because culture is what gives you your identity. And if you don't have your identity, you're really, really lost.
We've been able to develop positive relationships with the family because we have face-to-face time, but I think it's going to be different for every family.
As a foster carer with MacKillop Family Services, you will get a regular reimbursement for general costs.
We get enough to pay for the incidentals, but you wouldn't do this for the financial gain.
It's not a financial gain.
No.
The nature of foster care is that it is a temporary relationship. And many carers worry about the day that they will need to say goodbye to the child that they have welcomed into their family and their home. This is something that we will plan together with you, and we will support both you and the child in managing.
A little bit of you goes with every child, a little bit goes, especially if you have them long term. A bit of your heart goes with them. But then you get a lot of parents now that will let you see those kids again and you'll be in their lives.
I think the transition to leaving care is, I guess, the hardest thing that we're going to do.
You love as hard as you can and you give as much as you can. I guess any parent would say that you sacrifice for your child for their best interests, and I don't think it's any different as a foster carer.
You just gotta say, well, there's another one coming. I need to help the next one now. So that's how I look at it. This is what I do. This is my life. Yeah, I love it. I love it, I do.
My heart breaks for how many children there are out there who need to come into the system. If I could take more children in at a time to care for them, I would. But for my own sanity, I have to draw the line somewhere.
I think it's a million amazing moments, you know, tucking her into bed at night, giving her a cuddle in the morning when she's all sleepy and warm, seeing her smile, watching her and Tim have fun, helping with her homework and knowing that she's growing and learning, speaking about deep and personal things and the struggles that she's had in her life and being able to just be there to listen.
I've had 35 years of love from kids and watch them grow. I don't give them as much as they give me, the love. I know I'm making a difference. You can change these kids' lives.
It's just sad that we've got all these kids and we haven't got enough foster carers. It's the saddest thing. I'm sure there's heaps of you out there that have lots of love and happiness and kindness and generosity, and that could make a difference in some child's life.
I think you just need to go through, do the training and let the process evolve naturally from there. Develop the confidence through the training. You'll understand how the system works, and the system is prepared to accommodate you and your specialness, I guess, for lack of a better word.
And you'll know if you can do it.